Evans.
Well, UC Irvine, not known for their fast break ability. They got out quickly there and got a quick two before the defense had a chance to set itself. But inside again, go the Blazers.
Other end with the punctuation.
Evans is the man defensively, swatting shot after shot after shot, stopping UAB right down in that paint.
Vasquez. That's that New York City grit to the 10 in the Final Four of the NIT. Big West Freshman of the Year, Dixon, just off the mark. Lendeborg, another rebound. Christian Coleman, extra pass for Vasquez, who somehow finds a way.
How about the inside? Coach Kennedy decided he was not going to challenge. He got the turnover anyway.
Vasquez looking for a pick six. That's a huge sequence.
Maybe was in a 2-3 zone on that possession, but Mahi counted to 3 before anybody even came near him on the wing.
Vasquez, the response on the other end.
Carrying the ball, but maybe a lot of one-on-one right off the bounce.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Blazers. In the corner, Alejandro Vasquez rattles in the corner.
To him a little bit more around the box and in the paint.
Lendeborg is on the bench for UAB. Coleman and Bradley Ezewiro getting it done in the post. Another post feed, this time to one of the smaller.
Down low, they like to run things through him and then go back outside, and UAB not matching up quickly enough.
Largest lead of the game for the Broncos. And Vasquez
tipping it off in the second meeting ever between UAB and St. Joe's.
Yeah, I like this matchup, and I love the matchup of the leagues, the AAC and the A10. Maybe they should do a challenge, get something going on an annual basis.
UAB in after a loss in the championship game of the American Conference to Memphis in the.
Then he had to play St. John's with Jason Williams at the center in the Garden. They beat a Michigan State Steve Smith team on the way to that.
Vasquez digs in, lays it up, no good, got the follow. Eric Reynolds can't deliver. Coleman swoops in. Vasquez leaning and scoring.
And Lendeborg looking for an assist as the Blazers want to run. Danger messed that up, but it ended up in the more money guaranteed to stay in college than you would in this late second round sometimes. Vasquez finishes inside.
Go to their bench, but Lorient quickly gets subbed out.
Vasquez got it.
Situation. Andy Kennedy puts his hands in there, and he puts Coleman back in the game. A little bit more versatile perimeter defender.
Alejandro Vasquez down the pipe. Off the glass and in. Lorient gives it up. And the three ball, no good. Sissoko's tip, no good. McGee finds Luxembourg out in front to Vasquez. And an exclamation point for UAB.
UAB. Farrell's three. Lendeborg, another rebound. Vasquez will go 1-on-2. Look at the strength from the guard from Queens, New York. McGee passing it off. Tony's three. And Vasquez inside, just flexing on him.
Grabbing him with two hands. He's making passes that have created an advantage for UAB. And then the skill set on his buckets for his 16 points.
Vasquez showing that strength inside off the window. Coleman guarding the ball. That was ripped away by Vasquez. Up ahead of the package. Vasquez. Play. And he picks up another rebound. That's number 19. In and out dribble. Showing the handles. Vasquez inside, and that is assist number 8.
He seems to be settled in, and that's kind of how it is. When you want to come in and play spoiler, you're playing with all house money coming in on the senior night. I'm sure UAB will settle down and get back to who they are.
Vasquez mid-range, that is his game.
Madness.
Here goes McGee off the bounce. Boy, Titus affected it, but the follow is good with the left.
That was beautiful right there. You still are starting to see the skill for the big man, being able to pick and roll, good hands, being able to score around the rim. That's beautiful.
Vasquez trying to play a little bully ball, and he's got all 6 points now.
You want to still continue getting the shots. They're getting a lot of shots in the paint. Just got to finish them over the tall trees.
Vasquez gets his own miss, puts it up, wants the foul. Alejandro step to get all the way to the bucket.
Yes, indeed. That was so smooth. Watch his father play for a great team. When you talk about the European connection, Cheska, he was really dangerous over there with Trajan Langdon and those guys played just like his father.
Oh, that was real.
He can get busy one-on-one.
17 points for Matas Voikataitis, the freshman from Lithuania. Vasquez cutting.
Young man hops out of a hot air balloon every time he goes up in the air.
Came into this game 2 points shy of a career 500. He's got 12 now. Euro and the strength for Alejandro.
What happened in Tuscaloosa?
You better believe it.
Talking about play spoiler the senior night. That would be a great one for him. Auburn's tough though, boy. Their experience. It's just something else when you got a National Player of the Year candidate like Janai Broome leading.
Here's Vasquez from the corner. Knocks down the three.
For Reed, Janai Broome's going to have a pretty good career as well.
Alejandro Vasquez with the dribble. He's checked in and immediately makes his presence felt. Seems to be the man that has whatever the Shockers need at a certain time. That's stripped out of the hands by Butta Johnson and a Cortez turnover. Vasquez dribbling again, reversing and scoring, and Alejandro.
Vasquez wants it, he gets it.
Vasquez. Oh, what a start tonight. And knocks down his first of this game.
What a great cut to the rim was why DeGray was wide open on that out-of-bounds play.
But Vasquez came in with an immediate impact and continues that. That's 5 from the field. A lot of that a credit to Cortez and Washington.
Let's see if UAB can pick on another mismatch.
Zawiro setting the screen, not used that time by Moore. Jump stop. Lindeborg passed up the 3 for Vasquez. This man has not missed a
start the second half. Gee, I wonder why.
The reason why that guy's won so many games back in his alma mater the last 5 years.
Yeah.
The Blazer ball to start the second half, and Vasquez just picks up right where he left
off at the end of it, but.
Well, here he is again, same spot, but this time for DeGray. Vasquez has to readjust, turns, shoots, and scores. What a game for Alejandro.
One of them earlier this year. And I don't need an extra year, by the way.
Just start taking them off. Vasquez, long 2, good. Man, what a night. Vasquez just
off.
Under 9 minutes to go. Vasquez.
Defensive possession for Wichita State.
Vasquez, 21.
Rebounded.
Bell lost the handle. Bounced it. They got a 3-on-1 here. Tony wants to take it to the rim, and he does. Vasquez gets the second free throw.
Azuiro's been really good, too, along with Vasquez.
Yes, indeed. He has 11 points off the bench, 5 of 7 shooting. UAB can burn some clock. They're not going to be in any hurry. Up the dozen, 3.5 minutes to go.
They have really learned, Mark, how to play well together. They were disparate parts earlier in the year, but they've really brought it together. They seem connected. Mid-range, again, best.
By Jabari McGee. And Tony. And tip in. Alejandro.
Willing passers. The evidence shows with the stats. And he's just happy for his teammates. And he brings
12-point deficit for Temple. Lindeborg's got another double-double. His 19th of the year. Right by Stanford. Gives it up. Moore back to Lindeborg. 2 to shoot. Contested 3. Good!
Something like that, the basket just seems to get bigger. You have the green light, you're feeling good, you're playing with confidence, and that's exactly what Rice needs out of England. A decision maker with the ball in his hands. He knows exactly when to take the shot himself or when to dish it off to the roller.
Strong move. England again. He's already hit a couple of threes. That one off the mark.
You missed that one, but you can just tell that he's being really assertive right now in hunting his shot.
6 now for Broadnecks. Here's Vasquez, pulls up and hits. Moore, who had that deep 3 in that first half, off the miss. Look at Vasquez right there to get the rebound. That's an
has a look in his eyes that every time he gets the ball, he is going to find a way to score. You love the confidence that he is playing with.
Now here at USF, this first season, early shooting here. Both teams 3 for 4 from the field. 1 of 2, 7 of 6. Bulls with the early lead. There's Vasquez. Going baseline, that runner's good as well.
Well, you know, Yaxel is a veteran guy. I mean, and he got a lot of accolades after last year. Coach Kennedy spent a lot of time with him, so he really understands the job.
McGee with a feed to Vasquez.
Strong, but give South Florida credit. They came in with a game plan of what they were trying to do and what they were trying to attack. And Mike, so far they've done that.
Yeah, we just saw the same thing 2 times in a row. Knox to Reynolds for the easy 2. Now it's underneath of Vasquez, and his hook goes up and in, and trying to go baseline. Nice move. Out to the wing, and it's taken away. Stolen away by Vasquez.
Yeah, but that was Brown's fault. When Reed penetrated, he should have stepped to an open gap and not made that pass so hard.
Tyron Moore. Now it's a Butter Johnson. Now it's a 3 ball. It's on the way. It's good by Vasquez. Brown against McGee. Missed it. And Vasquez on the spin gets the 2. That's it. We're waiting to see if he would make the free throw for his new career high, but he stays at it with 25, and he had it against Temple on February 6th. That was his career high, 25. He's tied it here today. Vasquez back to work for you.
The Pirates go out in front by 2. Vasquez tries to answer and does. Moore cut off. Back outside. Moore missing the 3. Coleman rebound. Vasquez answers to tie it.
Minutes and deserves to. 6 and Black is one of the best athletes. There it is.
Slapped it against the backboard on the Vasquez attempt. Shot clock at 8. McGee the opposite way to Vasquez again, and a mid-range jumper's good. First bucket.
In order to get the offensive rebound, that's the type of effort you want to see out of your big man. And if he looks like a big grown fella, it's because he is a 5th-year senior, 6'9", 245.
Alejandro Vasquez with the miss is 1 game behind Memphis, and the winner will be a half game back after tonight. The top 4 in the American get a key bye in the AAC tournament. Pull-up jumper from 18 for Vasquez. North Texas 1.13 points per possession in the league, and UAB right behind them at 1.19. Vasquez off the glass. Alejandro
Graves. The positioning by Coleman obviously caused Graves to contort himself into a miss.
And that time Graves had more space than I think he realized. That time Christian Coleman had apparently conceded to give him that basket. But Graves not able to get it to go down.
Coleman. Vasquez on the recovery. And a head fake and a basket.
From Johnson's chest there. Whenever you attack the basket, you want to try to get into your defender's chest. Do not give them an opportunity to extend their arms and contest.
Vasquez will rise. Swish.
And now 7 of 12, 7 of 13 from the field. For a while, they were struggling mightily just to get to the basket.
Charlotte only down by 3. Again, trying for a signature win. Vasquez, a long 3. He's got it. Vasquez has got the hot hand. And his second chance. First team All-American, which is just incredible for a non-Power 5.
Well, I think if he's able to find his way into Player of the Year territory.
6 points, he averages nearly 12.
And 2 back-to-back buckets from Braswell. Both times moving without the basketball. See Charlotte here show the zone. UAB struggled so much in the first half. He didn't struggle in the paint, though.
Somebody hit a perimeter shot. Missed by Reber. Vasquez, one-man show. Yes, and one. Especially during the Andy Kennedy era, your stars have to be stars.
Stars got to be stars, but here's the other part, right? You've got to have one role player or two step up, like we've seen A.J. Vasquez do. Graves and Rosado have done the majority of the scoring, but the stars got to be stars, and you got to get a couple of guys to do just a little more than they normally do.
Since taking over 4 years ago, Andy Kennedy and UAB has an 83% winning percentage here at Bartow Arena, and Vasquez is good. What kind of NIL money he got, but he's worth it.
It absolutely
That's
worth
a nice pickup.
And here's the other part, that magnificent footwork on the perimeter, and that's what helps him create all those assists, because he's able to pivot and turn, and players are able to cut. He's able to deliver the basketball, but he's also able to do it and create scoring opportunities for himself.
Vasquez.
Injury, rinses it. Well, that's what he does, Chad. He's 79% of his field goal attempts are from behind the arc, and you know what? He hadn't played in a little while, but he says, I still do what I do.
Tulsa, second in the American in made threes on the year. They lead the league, having taken the most three-point shots. 5 to shoot over the top. Vasquez knocks one.
Good shot. That doesn't mean you just attack and take something quick and fast. That's not a great shot, but you attack and take the first good shot is what they did.
Vasquez.
Mentioned that at times this year they've let their offensive struggles affect the rest of their game. You know, it's very easy to play great defensive rebound when you're scoring the ball well, but when you're not, what are you doing to make up for it?
Alejandro Vasquez.
Catch and shoot specialist from 3. You've got to force Monsanto to put it on the floor, because he's looking to take threes. His last 11 shots, or 12 shots now, have all been three-point attempts.
Lindeborg had the head fake. Vasquez pull up, got it.
He's so good at that, protecting the ball, covering it, stepping through, a la James Harden. In transition, Spears is really, really tough to handle. He's at 18 already. He'll get his average here tonight.
Spears from Hartford, Connecticut. Started his career at Duquesne. 1 year at Georgetown. Last year at Florida State. Nice cut. And the back.
4 corners. Work on those skip passes.
Got an open look, but Jennings can't connect on the 3.
Much better possession, just didn't knock down the shot.
Here's Lindeborg. He leads this team in almost every offensive category. Quick jumper up and good, but the Bulls running out of time. Reed has to force up a tough one, has it blocked, and the Blazers get the defensive stop.
Talking about Lindeborg on the offensive end. There he is on the defensive end, getting that block in that late shot clock situation.
Jumper from the top of the circle is Awiro, who just looked to the heavens when that ball wound up going through.
He gets the friendly bounce. You can see again, UAB in the double. You got the big lead. They don't want South Florida shooting threes, so they're going to play it one-on-one in the post right now.
Vasquez, his jumper is
2-3 zone defense from UAB. Good job from South Florida, moving the basketball side to side, and then get an open look from 3.
Great ball movement and a great.
Tandy's got his second. That's a good job recognizing that the defense got switched up. They went a little zone. The zone sagged a little bit. You were able to line up a shot.
Into Vasquez trying to bully his way in the paint. That terminates
for a fadeaway jump shot or a long three. Take it into Lendeborg and just shoot over the top. He's got the length and athleticism to do so.
Vasquez gets the bounce.
Now look, any trip to Boca, I'm not going to cry about. But then you bring this atmosphere, this energy and enthusiasm. Maybe I could do with less bleacher kicks.
That foul is a shot. Corner three, way too strong. Rebound, Carroll. Carroll just throws it up there. Miller with a tip. Lendeborg comes down with it. It's loose. It is Lendeborg's. Here they come, 3-on-1. Vasquez finishes. Lendeborg.
Did he get some of those accomplished?
Well, I think he got some of them. I don't know if he, he got some bonus points because I don't know that he had factored in all of the three-point field goals from Tony.
No, that's right.
Or also holding Tulane to less than 70 points. We talk about Tulane's ability to score the basketball and come on the road. Very difficult to score on the road. But tonight, UAB's done a really good job of shutting them off.
Vasquez, who just made a bucket, he's got another. And that should be the dagger.
Reed at 6'10", has a good perimeter game. You see him work in the post, but too strong, and it's Lendeborg again with the defense. Wide open Vasquez. Buries a three, and Moxie for UAB. Michael finishes through Coleman, who looks dejected after 28 seconds of defense.
Joe, a great call. Finishing through is the exact way to describe that. Schmeichel, only a freshman, but strong to the rim.
Kick to Yaxel. Nice no-look. Free throw jumper drops down. Oh, letting UAB blow the lead up. It was that 12-0 run, but we've kind of sat there since. The unselfishness. Tyron Moore hasn't shot the ball today. He gives it up, and Vasquez is the hot hand. Nobody in the AAC has taken more threes than Keaston Willis. Kind of surprised he gave that one up. And the rebound, Lendeborg. Lob, kick, open three, Vasquez, have it at half.
Lendeborg has touched the basketball.
Everything.
100%, right? So stay with that. Keep giving big number three the basketball.
He screens for Vasquez.
Foot taller, 6'9". I'd really be good. No, you wouldn't. You don't have any talent.
Archie misses off the window. Yaxel initiates the offense.
Good ball movement.
Vasquez off the drive. Ken Pomeroy, KenPom.com is the go-to metrics stat website. Step back for Odom. It rewards you based on how much it thinks you should win by, and then how much you win by. Vasquez with the roll.
They walked out of the super pit, heads down and dejected. They've responded today. They've done what a championship level team should do. Take it out on the next team.
Lendeborg an assist. Azuero wanted the ball down on the block. Instead, it's Vasquez. Got his own miss and scores.
So Daniel Blaster. Pair of free throws. Lead cut to 5. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Coleman. Not sure he was the intended receiver. Vasquez using one-on-one moves and then banks it home. With the bucket for Tyson McDaniels. Lendeborg seems to be making an effort to not get into foul trouble. Vasquez's 3 is good.
Definitely giving us a clue that he made a mistake.
Contact issue, perhaps. But will take a seat on the bench.
That was a huge key for me for these last 3 years.
And what a time to lead a WNBA team. Last question for you. You now get to coach one of the most popular players in Angel Reese. What's it been like working with her?
She's been great. She's been great. We've talked a little bit over the phone. And
By the way, Linden is on December 24th at midnight. She's going out and get Chad with a couple gifts. I'm done thanks to this thing called Amazon.
Wow.
And I'm really,
you
really
better hope
proud
the girls
that
don't
I'm done.
see what your Amazon orders are.
Mrs. Bloom already saw 1 for sure. Vasquez, yes, 2 more. 0-3 outside of Huntsville. And, by the way, you mentioned Butta Johnson. That's a homecoming for him. A rise and shoot.
Trap to man. Not quite able to close out on the shooter quickly enough. But not able to knock in the 3.
Vasquez swishes 1 home. Just Ye for 3. Vasquez tries to put the moves on. Spins 1 in. So the key for every Blazer on the court is put your arm around Andy Kennedy after the timeout. Swish. That foul picked up by Isaiah Nelson is his 3rd, by the way. UAB with numbers, 2-on-1.
48 left to play, plenty of time.
Now they've only made 3 of those 20. Vasquez, it's 2-on-3. Alejandro for 3 off balance. Yes!
Push the basketball here a little bit. You can't walk it up the court.
Tyron Moore, 17 points. Vasquez, a fake, a shot, and a bucket for the tie.
Be in position.
Marcel Bryant's had a chance to tie this game up. Now it's Gordon, the trailer. Vasquez, a 3 from the wing. He's got it.
To take some of the responsibility of being the best player, and I think he can. I know he will. And for Andy Kennedy, he has to.
3-point shooting, 3 of 7 for Middle Tennessee, and so far 0 for 1 for UAB. On the drive of the pull-up, Vasquez. That's awesome. And his team's up by 6 right now, 23-17, and battling for the offensive rebound. The Blazers, they've been doing it all day, and they put this one back up and in.
Look, it's good to dribble it in the paint, but it gets very congested. Those 2 guys have been working hard. Reward them. Give them the basketball.
They'll change the foul to Buford. That's his 2nd. Now here's Vasquez. Turnaround, he got it. Easy basket on the offensive rebound for Middle Tennessee. Now Weston tries to slice his way in there. Loof had a hand on it. UAB saves it from going out. Ahead of the pack, it's Vasquez. Got it.
Yeah, he's so tough to defend around the rim.
They put him in
his reach.
space. Yeah, they put him in space. 1-2 bounce guy gets right to the rim.
There's McGee attempt. There's Coleman, gets by everybody, misses the layup, and the put.
Got to make sure he doesn't pick up a 3rd. They need him offensively, especially in their half-court offense for the Raging Cajuns.
Coach, he got to 10 points pretty quick in that first half. His
backwards at disadvantage after the miss.
Lendeborg out to Tony. And Vasquez, offensive rebound, put back good for
runs by each team. Who's going to blink first?
Lindeborg gets a defender up in the air. Vasquez now for three. And it is. Mo wants to attack Coleman. In trouble. He throws it away. Takeaway by Moore. Moore to Vasquez. Two more for Vasquez. He has
playing the Giants, kicked it out. I tell you, what I like about Christian Wright, he always knows how to get to the open spot.
There's Lindeborg inside. Now out to Vasquez. A good look. There's an open spot. Garnett the lay-in, no. Mo the tip-in, won't fall. Coleman now ahead to Vasquez. Reverse layup, good.
McGee.
Pence for three. UAB trying to get something set up with Coleman. He's going to work against Wolf. Coleman faces the dig, now kicks it out from the corner.
Shoot the three ball. We just haven't done it well this season.
Here's a run out for Vasquez, and Vasquez vibing. You learn to kind of execute a game plan.
We talk about stacking great days of basketball. Stacking practices, just getting better and better every day and growing each day. This is a really good challenge for Illinois State.
Vasquez
60% from the field, and they've got those four triples to spread out the defense.
Four different Blazers have all made a three so far as well. Vasquez is once. Both picked up two in the first 20 minutes.
And there's the 11th turnover for Illinois State. They came in this game averaging just 9. The difference in this game has been the live ball turnovers and the
possibly a point of emphasis at halftime. Vasquez looking to keep things rolling. Man, he does.
Banks, fifth-year guy. Dalton Banks understands his role and understands how to play.
.230 to play here in the ballgame. Vasquez was electric in the first half. Moore, shot fake for three, steps back to fire a three. No, Coleman on the rebound. Here's a kick out. Vasquez for three. Yes. Close range, near takeaway there. Vasquez keeps it. Vasquez forces it up. Coleman bounces to Moore, and the finish for Vasquez. He's the first Lancer to hit 10 points.
Oh, he's been making plays. He's also got 3 assists.
Johnson, a nice dump off. Vasquez.
Time before the active hands.
Now a 3-on-1, and it comes off the rim, and then Butta Johnson.
And that's such a tough break for the Warhawks because they had 3 guys surrounding the painted area.
Vasquez three, swish! 370 rebounds last year for Lindeborg, most in UAB and AAC history. Vasquez lays it in.
And that's a pretty great looks around the painted area, and the size and athleticism and length of the Lions may be disrupting the Blazers a bit.
As Aguero with the rebound finds Vasquez, who gets fouled.
The sisters, I had to ask if they're nervous to watch their brother play because I love going to support my brother, and they say sometimes they yell louder than the mom. And obviously they're excited to see him play in person this season, and hopefully they'll make the trip down south more.
Vasquez off the glass. They can get in, but now Southeastern starting to whittle this thing down.
They've extended their pressure. They're taking a few more chances.
This is now
traps.
9-point lead instead of 17. Vasquez will get fouled, and he will go to the free.
And just rushing. You have to be quick, but you can't be in a hurry. And so far, Southern Miss has not been able to slow down.
Shot from straight away for Vasquez.
It was more of a traditional half-court set in terms of offense. But you're absolutely right. You got to kind of figure out who your team is and
you know, some teams are able to figure it out more quickly than others.
Vasquez taking it to the rack. Nicely done. And we're getting to the point in this game where Southern Miss has been hanging around that 15-point mark in terms of what they've been trailing. Still plenty of time left, though. 3-ball from the wing, nothing but nets. And he makes it a 15-point game.
You know, no one's blocked Christian Coleman
out Coleman blocks Watson. Up ahead. Showtime for Vasquez.
UAB does not have a three. They were not a good shooting three team last year as well.
And they haven't had a clean look at a three either.
Vasquez pours one home.
Cats very dependent and relied upon the 3-ball last season. They haven't taken a ton. A couple of them were off the dribble. Typically teams that take a lot of threes, great cut.
What a bounce pass. McGee.
Side worked the clock all the way down to 3 seconds. And Hurley able to rise up over Yaxel Lindeborg.
Well, Vermont's going to lead the league in TJs. They've got 2 of them on their team. Well, UAB has gotten stale on the offensive end. Vasquez, a one-on-one move, finishes.
Still yet to touch it. And another contested three.
This is McGee. McGee. Vasquez. A lot of dribbling. And he's able to finish.
And that time, Vasquez did a great job. I wonder what that stat is when the opponent's 60 or less, but UAB here, really good job of continuing to fight and continuing to come back. Had a great second half. Just